Why, hello. I think we have volume. Yeah, okay. Let's see if the camera works. All right, there we go. Camera seems to be working. We're live on YouTube, and let's start a bonfire. I've sent out a couple of invitations, and hopefully people can join in. We shall see. But let's go ahead and you know what? There's one more place I want to post this link. There we go. There you are. Okay. Now let's see if we can get this fire started. And hello, DJ Play Nice. Good to see you. I just dropped a link in Jill's chat group, so anyone that wants to join the panel, come on up. I'm going to light a fire, and I want to say hello to PS2 Chipper, DJ Play Nice as well. And I know Gorillas was in. Hi, Gorillas. Random Thoughts. Hi and welcome. Hopefully the volume is okay. Let's see if we can get some fire crackling. Canadian Spider-Man, you're getting in touch with your inner Wookiee. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't bothered to get a haircut. Fuck it. I don't have a... I work for myself, so fuck it. It's COVID hair. COVID rules. William Shakespeare. Hail, folks. I can't join, but I can listen here. Glad to have you. Oops. Don't... Why? See... 5x5. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, DJ Play Nice. Which is surprising. I think I need a new microphone. This one has been around the world, and it's missing one. It used to be a tripod. It needs. It's been through fireworks, bonfires. It's still going though. I would like to get a better microphone, one that makes me sound like DJ Play Nice. All right, so I've sent a few links. We'll see what happens. Mike, Comic Relief Crusader. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Mike, if you want to join, I will drop a link. And I just saw you were on the More Conversations with Rancor Steve earlier. And that was really fun. You guys rocked. That was good. Here we go. Comic Relief Crusader. There's your link. If no pressure, but if you just want to hang out, that's fine. And let's get this fire started. I think that's a pretty good angle. Angle of the dangle. Gotta have dinner soon. Oh man, I didn't even have dinner unless lemon loaf counts as dinner. Whatever. I figured it's been raining for a couple of days now, thunderstorms. So I figured while it's not raining and while we can still have fires legally, let's get a bonfire going. So that's the plan. We'll start with the paper on the bottom. Put some cardboard down there for a nice dry base. Ace of base. Then the paper. And I like to use birch bark, but we had a bonfire last night and in the driveway, and we kind of used a lot of the birch bark, but that's okay. Paper loves to burn. That'll be paper for later. There we go. Get some little sticks going. Some of this is wet. Some of it is not. We shall see. Okay. Put that there. We shall see how much this takes to burn. It rained a lot here, which is good. We like the rain. But it makes starting a fire a little more challenging. Put little wood pieces there. And then some bigger wood pieces here. There. That. And this is cedar. Now, this is cedar, which splits up real thin, and it burns really nicely. It's got some natural oils in it that light up really well. So let's get this fire going here. One little light. There we go. Now, some of this wood I had at the lake, and I was burning it at the lake, but it also got wet. Whew. Shouldn't have been standing over those while the paper was burning. All those inks went directly up my nose. Well, it looks like we got a bit of a fire now here. There we go. Nice. Oh shit. I better plug the laptop in. Otherwise we'll get no juicy. All right. Ah, there we go. I think we're set up. There, fire's going. And, ooh, hi. I want to say hello to Kronos. Hi, good to see you. And Suzanne, hi, good to see you as well. Welcome. And hopefully everything is better now. And hello, Steve M., Maddie's daddy. Welcome and good to see you. And yeah, William Shakespeare is here in the chat as well. We've just got the fire going here now. So now there's actually something to watch other than myself. And Lemon Pie is here. And welcome. Hi, Mad Scientist. I'll accept that as a compliment. Thanks, man. Good to see you. And yeah, cedar does smell so good. Absolutely. Although, when you're cutting it, it is a carcinogen. Because of the oils, the natural oils that are in it. So you don't want to breathe in too much of the sawdust. But yeah, no, it really, as you can see, it works really well to get the fire going. And this is, yeah, some of the wood is wet, so it's going to be smoking a little bit, which is fine. Comic Relief Crusader Mike says, "You will always be my Rick Moranis." Thanks, man. You'll always be my Dave Thomas. I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, if you don't mind, Mike, I think I've got that picture right handy. I believe. I think I do. Which is a wicked picture. Yeah, I think it's right in here. Yeah, because I went to visit the Comic Relief Crusader in Alberta, and we took a photo together. But also, we did a live stream. I captured it on a live stream that we did. Where is it? Oh, no, okay, it's not there. All right, I guess I can't find it. But yeah, we had a great shot together, Mike. Unless it's in here. But yeah, Alberta was good. I enjoyed the road trip, and I want to go back to Alberta. Man, especially Well, depending on what happens, Alberta might be the place to go the next few years. Uh, ooh, okay. There's no, I don't see that. I have a raw Thunderheart and myself. Oh, that's too bad, Mike. I thought I had that picture right there. Mute. I don't. That's okay. Yes. Banff got snow. I heard that. I heard parts of Alberta. Now that's in the mountains, right? It's a ski resort. But I heard that it was cold last night. We actually lit the wood stove in the house. June 21st, first day of summer. I think the high was like 14 degrees, which is not t-shirt weather. And we had a fire last night. It was actually that chilly. Yeah, it was crazy. And everyone's saying hello to everybody. And thanks, Lemon Pie, for being here. I appreciate that. And I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad William Shakespeare now that you have a real keyboard. All right, that's fantastic. Awesome. DJ Played Ice, you're going into lurk mode. That's just fine. And I'm glad you can. I'm glad you can hear the crackle of the fire. And yeah, the smoke does keep the bugs away. With all the rain we've been getting the last few days, the bugs have been going nuts, like the mosquitoes and the little no-see-ums, which are my nemesis. I hate those little bastards. Oh, Kronos. What didn't you know? William Shakespeare says, I'd love a beer right now, but I'm on hour 18 of my current fast. Damn it. Wow. Okay. Whoa, there's a mosquito. Little bastard. It's definitely good to see you, Maddie Sadie. Yeah, we've got the fire going here. So at least the smoke should be able to keep some of the bugs away. And I want to say, hey, Shrubby1989, welcome to see you. Yeah, there's a lot of hosers up here, man. Absolutely. Take off to the Great White North. It's a beauty way to go. Dude, that was Dave Thomas and Rick Moranis, man. That was such a funny show. They only did a few episodes of the Great White North. Sort of like Faulty Towers with John Cleese. Another one of those things where there's only a few episodes, or like the original Star Trek, really. Yeah, I'm glad that they do. At least they did quite a few right on CBC. I think they've got 24 Great White North episodes, hopefully. Hey, PS2 Chipper, how do you support me? Showing up and watching, I appreciate that. I'm not monetized yet. I'm just doing this for fun right now. And if I get monetized, I doubt YouTube. I'll probably have to delete a lot of my live streams. I don't think YouTube will like a lot of my live streams. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think I look a little bit like Rick Moranis. I don't have his money though. Yeah, I know I need a haircut. I'm working on it, Suzanne. Working on it. I do have a picture of oh shit. Throws a brick at Kronos. A brick of what is my question. A brick of what? Some bricks are better than others. Mm-hmm. It is indeed. Video sent. Oh dear. What did you... Oh, you got a video? Oh shoot, Kronos. That's a great song though. That's a great theme song. Hey Sashi, good to see you. We're just having a little bit of a bonfire. I've sent out some links. Doing really well, Shrubby. It's been a hectic couple of days, but it's good. Out camping out at the lake for the last 4 or 5 days. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, we had quite a bit of rain and thunder, so that was exciting as well. And Suzanne says, I'm about to put the heat on in the house tonight. This is crazy. I know. It's summer. Summer in Canada. Welcome. No kidding. And oh, is PvP here? Where is... Oh, PvP. Hello. Welcome, PvP. Just having a beer and a fire. While we still can have fires before the climate change, of course, causes more forest fires in British Columbia. Uh, just for shits and gigs camping. No, just camping with a bunch of friends to celebrate the summer solstice. So we went out and we camped for 3 nights just to get out to celebrate the start of summer, really. And there was no one else there, so that's awesome. You're allowed to drink coffee while fasting, so I'm gonna make cup number 7 for today. Wow. I don't think I'd shut up. You wouldn't want to hang around me if I had that much coffee. It's bad enough as it is. Should cook a deer on the fire? Well, you know what? Hunting season is in 2.5 months. And hopefully then I will have a deer and I will cook parts of it over this fire. And I'm going for a moose this year with a friend of mine. So hopefully he's the professional. He's got the experience. But we might even get a moose. And that would be interesting. That would be very cool. The summer solstice, the tallest day of the year. Indeed, Maddie's daddy. That is correct. He's got a bag one for. That is true. Well, in a couple of months, we can go deer hunting. And it has been a cool spring PvP, absolutely. Although my pea plants, they don't mind the cool weather. The herbs in the garden don't mind the cool weather. Peppers prefer more heat, of course. Jason Love, hi. Still 98 with a heat index of 100. Wow. In Fahrenheit, I don't know. It's probably 12 degrees now, which I'm rubbing black all over my face. I'm doing blackface, not on purpose. I think it's mid-50s, 12 degrees, probably mid-50s here. And I know, I've heard the prairie provinces have a lot of moose. And thank you, AJ Star Hiker. Hi, good to see you. Excellent. Good to see you here. And Shrubby says, hi, damn, William, you'll be Hammy the Squirrel level of super speed. No kidding. You're right with that much coffee. No kidding. And good to see you, Jason Love. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, just having a fire. Definitely. Well, half of a moose. So I'd get half a moose PvP or a third of it. But yeah, it's good. Oh yeah. Yep. The deer are everywhere, all through. Absolutely. Ooh. Agreed. Moose jerky, some flank steaks, and those antlers on the wall. Hell yeah. That's the idea, man. And mooses are looses. I've heard that too. You know, well, I'll be wearing a condom the entire time, so I think it'll be fine. And it'll definitely feed me for a while. What? A moose bit my sister once? I actually believe that. That sounds plausible. All right, I'm going to get the fire going here a little better. We'll see what we can do here. Oh, friends popping by. I think they've noticed I've got the fire going. We might have some company. Hopefully it doesn't turn crazy like the other night. That got a little out of hand. Sorry about that. We'll try and keep her a little more professional tonight. There, we'll see what that does. We'll see how that goes. That should light up pretty good. And the fire is dying. Well, no, it's good now. And I've got another log that I'm gonna split here, and that'll burn real good because it's nice and dry. It was in my car. William Shakespeare needs all the coffee so that he can dodge those tricky bricks that Shrubby throws. Yes, that's a good idea. No, really, she was carving her name with a sharpened end of a toothbrush. Interesting. Huh. Only saw one moose in my life. It was the size of a van. Yeah, me too, Maddie's daddy. I was in New Brunswick hunting partridge, pheasant, grouse, whatever you want to call them, with my dad, and I had a 16 gauge, which won't do anything against a moose at all. It'll just annoy the moose. And he looked at me, no antlers on the thing. He was tall. He was really friggin' tall. Looked at me, and good thing I don't know, I was young. I was probably 17 or something. And he looked at me and walked off. And it's a damn good thing, because if he had decided to get angry with me, I wouldn't have been able to do a damn thing, really. Jam the gun up his nose maybe and pull the trigger. That'd be about it. Yeah, deer all the time through where PvP lives. Yeah, on the road, walking a few blocks away from here. When I was driving home, yeah, that happens all the time. Actually, they come right up. Honestly, right up here. There's a path right up past that tree, yeah, and they walk right up behind me. Obviously, not when I'm here, but right there. They go right up the hill there. Which is great. Which is I walk up the hill a couple kilometers, and that's where I got my my deer last year. Was straight up there. Suzanne says to Jason, my doctor almost died when a moose crushed the roof of his vehicle. Holy crap! That's crazy, Suzanne. That's nuts. I believe it. Don't fall in. No, there will be no falling into the fire tonight. Ooh. General Grievous multi-arm stance, ready to throw bricks. That is awesome. That's a good stance. I like that. And, PvP says, I slowed down and passed by safely. It didn't even look my way. Yeah, I've got a video that I should post. I was driving back from the lake 2 nights ago, and there was a deer right, I don't know, maybe 15 feet away from me, and I was able to, maybe 20 feet. I was able to take a little video, so I should post that, actually. It got pretty close. What do you use for your internet connection? I've got the, I think it's, we're still on 4G, and TELUS Wi-Fi is pretty good. It's got a pretty darn good range. Although I'm not a big fan of TELUS, but they overcharge, but their Wi-Fi is pretty handy, and it does have a good range. And it is from Monty Python. I love Monty Python. Absolutely. Moose is tasty if it's done right, and if it's harvested right at the right time of year, and if it's treated correctly. When I was up in the Yukon, I had a piece of moose, and it was cooked for 5 hours, and trying to make it tender, and it just, yeah, it was not good. Wild turkeys. We have wild turkeys here as well. No alligators that I'm aware of. I think the Calgary Zoo might have them. Perhaps. There we go. Miles inside the city, so amazing it wandered in that far. No kidding. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is a fairly big city. You're right. People underestimate how dangerous herbivores can be. That is not a joke, AJ Starharker. I saw a video today of a deer kicking the crap out of a lady that got too close, and yeah, that was not good. Running the other way using 4 speed and leaving banana peels on the ground, says William Shakespeare. That is an excellent tactic. Excellent tactic. Shout out to Mario Kart. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, man. I love that movie. It's been a while. Gators, okay. You have no gators in Saskatchewan, not as far as I know, unless it's in the zoo. And Maddie's daddy, yeah, deer is tiny. Although I did get quite a bit of meat. I did get quite a bit of meat off this last deer. Probably a good 40 pounds. So moose, yeah, you're probably looking at a few 100 pounds, which is excellent. And I won't have to buy it from the grocery store. No, I don't worry about the veg heads either. I do like the meat. Kelowna is a city of about 175,000 and miles big, so seeing the middle of town was surprising. That is true. There's some pretty big roads in Kelowna, some 4 and 6 lane, uh, pretty big highways actually. So to see a deer in there is unique. But I mean, to be fair, it's the city is yeah, it's a big city, but it's surrounded by woods, right, for miles. Indeed. Oh, really? Okay. Uh, Strange Brew, 1983. Bob and Doug McKenzie hit the big screen. Cult classic. You're right, it was. 1983, yep. That was a great movie. I do. The fire is getting bigger. And there was a lot of hosers in that movie. I have. Do I know some? Yes, I actually do know someone that goes trapping for beavers, but I've never had any beaver meat, so I don't know what it tastes like. Oh yeah, deer hooves can injure your dog pretty badly. Yeah, no kidding. Yep, you're right. PvP says I've got Rogers. A 2-year contract keeps the fees down. Yep, that's right. They help. Line sucks as you spend 30 minutes to get someone to answer, but their service is good. Well, that's good. You know what? We're gonna need some more smoke. I think the mosquitoes are starting to come out. Yeah, there's definitely no gators in Saskatchewan. Uh, Probably not even at the zoo. Can't believe that. 100%. I live an hour or so outside of Melbourne. Kangaroos wander through the suburb streets regularly. Yep, I believe that. Kangaroos are kind of like the deer over here. Yeah, 100%. And deer can really fuck up an SUV. Was that Super Troopers where they put the deer in the car and it woke up? It wasn't dead. And it really screwed up the car inside. It might have been Super Troopers. And I could be misremembering that. That's true. And they will kick your ass. Roos are tasty. You can actually buy kangaroo meat in Woolworth's grocery store at certain times in Australia. Well, in Queensland for sure. I know that much, and it was good. You don't overcook. You never overcook kangaroo meat. You want it medium rare at most. Definitely don't overcook the kangaroo. And you can make a really good sauce out of red wine, barbecue sauce, and Vegemite mixed up together is good on kangaroo. Yeah, we have turkeys around us, but we're not allowed to hunt them yet. You'll see. Yep, yeah, you do have a lot of wilderness around you, which is great, PvP. Hooser. There are a lot of hosers in Canada. You're right. What? AJ Star Hiker. I don't know if you're serious. You probably are serious. My brother and cousin found a dead beaver once, middle of winter, and they used it as a sled. I believe that. Weird. Kronos says, I would like to visit Australia just too much murder things? Huh. Too much of something, buddy. Australia is fantastic. I've spent years in Australia. Lived there for a year and a half at one point in 2001. Love Australia. Was not happy about their pandemic response. Australians, I am surprised you guys put up with that bullshit. I'm surprised Canadians put up with the bullshit that happened here. Never again, I'll tell you that. But hopefully, Australians learned a lesson from that as well. I was very surprised. I didn't expect. Well, Australia is a wonderful country. It was my favorite country in the world for many, many years. It's a fantastic country. Pound for pound, humans are among the weakest animals on the earth. That is true. That's why our brain comes in handy, because we can defend ourselves with weapons. Swift -1. Hey, good to see you, Matt G. We're just having a little bonfire here. We're just having a little fire and chatting. Tommy Boy. Thank you, Jason Love. That's where the deer was in the back of the car. Tommy Boy. Yes. With David Spade and Chris Farley. Yeah. Adam Sandler, I think, was in that as well. That's right. That was the movie. And Shrubby agrees. Kangaroo is delicious. I had a kangaroo tail cooked. My friend Harry, who's an Australian, who's in Melbourne, actually, coincidentally. Shout out to Harry. Harry had a homemade, back when he lived in Western Australia, he made a pizza oven in his backyard. And in that pizza oven, he cooked me a kangaroo tail, again with a red wine sauce. And it was just fantastic. The meat was chocolate dark, and it was just incredible. They have red kangaroos over in Western Australia, which are the biggest of the kangaroos. And they can get like 7 feet tall. They're big guys, and also delicious. And they do have professional kangaroo hunters called cullers, and they go and every once in a while they have to cull the herd. I mean, we've got to do the same thing in some of our parks here in Canada with the deer populations, and but yeah, kangaroo, and then they sell the meat, but it is delicious, absolutely. Ooh, Chrono says, I like the travel and food shows. Wow, me too. I love travel and food. Gets tough as shit when overcooked. Kangaroo meat. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Them kangaroos seem pretty mean. They can be. Absolutely, William Shakespeare. I went golfing with my brother the day before he got married. My other brother in Australia. And we went golfing, and there are kangaroos on the Bunbury golf course. And I hit my ball in, and a couple of times it came close to kangaroos, and one time there was just one kangaroo there, so that was fine. Once I hit it into a group of like 5 kangaroos, and there was no damn way I was going in after that ball. Nope, I already suck anyway, so I'll just take the penalty. Same with reef sharks, okay? When you're scuba diving or snorkeling with reef sharks, they don't have the right teeth to hurt us, really. And they're not a threat, really, to humans. And I've swam and dove with them many times. If there's one or two, that's fine. But I was in Thailand on Koh Tao Island, and on the west side, and swimming in a little bay. My girlfriend at the time was on the beach watching, but I was the only one in the water. And there was a couple of reef sharks showed up, and then another one and another one. And by the time it got to 5 black tip reef sharks, no, I don't care if they're not dangerous, but there's now 5 of them, so I got out of the water. There was a nice sea turtle there, though. That was beautiful. That was excellent. I think I might even have photos of that somewhere. AJ Starhucker, that actually happened. Okay, that's cool. And Old Man Bird, hi. Still day over there. Hail, awesome Canadian Spider-Man. Hi, Old Man Bird. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome. And everyone's just saying hello. Jason Love says that is a big-ass beaver to use as a sled. Yep, I believe it. Yes, we aren't happy about it either. Yeah, about the lockdowns and that. Yeah, Melbourne was nuts. Yeah, Kronos. Yeah, good, man. Good. Excellent. Eugene is here in disguise, but we recognize him. Yes, we do. Old Man Bird is always around. I've seen you a couple times today. Excellent. PS2 Chipper says, I work on license plate reading software. Australia is one of our best customers. That's scary as shit. Because you know that technology is going to be used for more than just catching bad guys. And the government gets to decide on who the bad guys are. So that upsets me a lot, especially with all the new gun regulations coming. And my friends and I were just discussing that today, all the new gun regulations coming in for Canada. And we all agree, and we come from different backgrounds. We all come from different provinces. we're not certainly not conspiracy theorists, anything like that, but we are observant and we've been around, and we see that the gun laws are basically to disarm the Canadian population. That's a real thing, and they want to control us. And yeah, I have a problem with that. So yeah, license plate reading software. Yeah, not cool. Not cool. PS2 chipper. If you can sabotage, that would be fun and encouraged. Hole punches do help. Indeed, they do. Hell. Yes! Oh, that was such a funny movie. Tommy Boy was indeed a funny movie. Yep. Yep, that's right. And I am Eugene. Personally, I think my parents meant to name me Eugenius. That's awesome. What season or seasonings go with that rare roux? Lots of salt, lots of pepper, Vegemite and red wine, I would say. It's got a nice ring to it. Damn mosquitoes. I need more smoke on the fire here. And it's nuclear. It says my high school, where kangaroos still are, in Texas. No kidding. Texas is wonderful. A lot of my online friends are in Texas. Some of the people in the chat are in Texas. And that is actually one of the places when my friends and I were discussing the gun regulations in Canada, Texas came up. Oh, yes, the sauce. It's called a burgundy sauce. With the red wine. Fantastic, Shrubby. Thank you. Yes. Jason Love and William Shakespeare Spielberg, you software developers. Yes, Old Man Bird, indeed. It looks similar to the burgundy sauce in pies. Now, Shrubby's talking about the meat pies, not fruit pies, but Australian meat pies, which are wonderful. And yeah, burgundy sauce, nice. Red wine and kangaroo go good together. It's nuclear. Welcome. Yes, welcome, and thank you for being here. And I found this randomly. Okay, well, that's fun. Thank you for being here. Borderline Mayberry, South Dakota. That's awesome. I would like to go and travel through there. And you can't use your golf clubs on roos. I think you would lose. I have outside of Brisbane, there's a koala sanctuary called the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. I believe it's still in existence. And I was there in 1987. And I've got a photo holding a kangaroo. Not a kangaroo, koala bear. But there were also kangaroos there, and you could pet them. They're very docile. And they're pure muscle. They're solid muscle. I think you would need a lot more than a golf club. You would lose that match, I think. William Shakespeare Spielberg says, I'll probably never reach architect level like you, Eugene, but my logic flow is rock solid. I can at least pride myself on that. That is awesome, William Shakespeare Spielberg. And you know what? I'm going to make you a moderator. It's nuclear because I'm trying to see how many moderators YouTube will let us create. I think we've got to be near 100 by now. And anyone that I recognize, there's no obligations with that, of course. But anyone that I recognize, make a moderator. So that'll do right here. There you go. That is a standard moderator. Well, let's see how many YouTube will let us make, just for shits and giggles. There you go. Need a bigger boat. You always need a bigger boat. Excellent. Thank you for being here, everybody. I'm going to get this fire going a little better because I think we can do that. It needs a little more fire, and the mosquitoes are coming out. So, just 1 second. And I have sent the link out, so we shall see who drops by. Screw control. There you go. Good attitude. All gun laws are made to keep the serfs in their place. You are correct, Maddie's daddy. Bang, bang, 12 gauge. Yep, I love my 12 gauge. Absolutely. Roos with freaking laser beams. That's right. That's right. Uh, Jaws originally debuted in 1975. Wow, that long ago. Okay, I didn't know that. And glad to see you here, Maddie's daddy. Gonna jump over to Mark D with a C. Oh, fantastic. That guy's always fun. And Tim is in the chat. Hello, FKHC2000. Wonderful. Ooh, debuted in 1975, June 20th. 50th anniversary for Jaws. That's right. Bull and tiger sharks are definitely more aggressive towards people. Absolutely. Bull and tiger sharks are. Nurse sharks, not so much, but they have been known. Nurse sharks also have been known to go after humans once in a while. So there you go. Oh, good. Shrubby says Anders is getting put in front of a judge. Thank fuck. Well, I like to have people held accountable. And we'll see if that happens in Canada. I doubt it. PS2 Chipper says Canadian Spider-Man, they use it in the States to catch people on wanted lists. Well, as long as that's all they use it. But what are they wanted for? You know, I mean, Enemy of the State is a good movie, and there's a lot of truth in it, I believe, especially these days. Who's on that wanted list? And who decides who's on that wanted list? Primus. Okay, I know Primus. Has an interesting song called Winona's Big Brown Beaver. Interesting. I was unaware of that. Huh. Bryan Adams has a song called I Want to Be Your Underwear. In case you didn't know. Nice. Excellent. Not in Texas, just next door to Canada, North Dakota. Yeah, you are. Fantastic. I have the video in one of my playlists, along with my name, is Mud, says Jason. Excellent. Fantastic. William Shakespeare says, I worked at Axion, who had a license plate auto detection working in beta by 2019. I saw it. Actually, I can argue why it's quite beneficial to society. Honest people. Well, if you have honest people using it, yes. But in the hands of the wrong people, this sounds like a very dangerous tool. A4 and meat pie. A4 and 20 meat pie. 4 and 20 meat pie, yes. That's a brand name, 4 and 20 meat pies. Right. Holy shit, I hadn't thought about that in a couple of decades. 4 and 20 meat pie, yeah. That's the brand name. They were, I don't know. My favorite pies are from in Sydney, down by the Navy base. Harry's Cafe de Wheels. Get yourself a pea floater with mushy peas and mashed potatoes and gravy. It's really good. Are drop pandas a thing? I certainly hope not. Drop koala bears are bad enough. I certainly hope drop pandas are not a thing. We own mucho artillery, but alas, so much of it fell into the lake. Lesai says it's nuclear. I know that's a constant problem around here. Is because of course you want to take your guns out. When you go camping over on the islands there across the lake, and they often fall into the lake. That is a big problem. And oh my goodness, we have a guest. Hello and welcome.
People of Earth.
Oh,
this is Cryptosporidium 142 of the Furon Empire. Your benevolent masters welcome you.
Oh, shit. We're in trouble, chat. Wow, that is a scary looking. That is very scary looking. Is that a plasma rifle you've got?
That is definitely what we like to call in the circuits a disintegrator ray. Not just any disintegrator ray, but the Orthopox 13 Mark 8 disintegrator ray, capable of vaporizing a lot of you damn dirty monkeys in multiple successions, regardless of what weapons you use or how many Reese's Pieces you have.
Is it effective on kangaroos?
I wouldn't fuck around with a kangaroo if you paid me.
No, definitely, definitely not.
They should have been the dominant species of your planet, not you idiots.
Well, how do you know they're not?
Well, I mean, have you seen how jacked they look?
They are jacked.
They get fucking jacked, my god.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, there's a breed of kangaroo called the North Melbourne kangaroo. I think that's a sports team. I believe that's a footy team.
Well, I'm here for a bit of a duration, seeing as we're picking up humans as we go over there on the Stark of Iron channel.
That's fantastic over there. He's got a lot going on over there, that Mr. Stark.
We are having ourselves a bit of a membership drive during Crypto Week. The more humans we can harvest brain stems from, the better. Get your green sleeves on. First date's free to the laboratory. We'll be sure that's right. There you go, William Shakespeare. It's the Orthopox 13 Mark 8 disintegrator ray. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Mm-hmm. Well, I see. I bet you, if we had access to disintegrator rays, I'm pretty sure the Canadian government would make them illegal up here for us. Only the government can have them. I bet you that's what would happen.
Well, I mean, I've been around since '55. You don't think we haven't been working behind the scenes, making sure that you beastmen remain a bit docile, penned in, as it were?
Yeah, that's right. Ooh, a couple of potatoes in the fire would be a good idea. I don't have
you eat with your mouths. I still can't get over that. Half a century later and 8 clones, and I still can't get over the fact that you people eat with your mouths and secrete excrement from your other hole.
Well, we do that pretty. It's proportional as well, I've noticed. Although some politicians in Ottawa do the opposite.
They do the Martha Stewart eat with your ass shit out of your mouth technique. I heard that does wonders for the health nuts.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, South Park is Canadian. Both of those boys grew up in Canada, which is the funny part. Yeah. Old Man Bird, the accounting didn't get much done this weekend. The camping got in the way of it. But do they do camping up where you are, Crypto? They must do camping.
Well, I mean, we don't get much vacation time. Usually, Furon society is a bit different. We have a shared mentality with each of our clone selves. So, telekinetically and telepathically, we can be on vacation and on the job at the same time.
At the same time. Brilliant.
Depending on how many clones are being cloned for vacation. Of course, you got to go to Furon 4 to get that kind of luxury. And, well, I'm not a bit above my pay grade, to be quite honest.
Time loops. I don't know much about time loops.
Groundhog Day. Next question.
Ooh, ack.
Oh my God! You guys really think that's how Martians talk?
I think it is, isn't it?
Well, back during the Martian-Furon War, while you guys were still flinging shit at each other, they were called the Blisk, the angry Krabby Patties as they were. This was before my clone strain, mind you, by about 100 parsecs or so. So, well, long story short, we kicked their ass all the way to the Tunguska event of 1906, and that wasn't a comet. That was a Blisk scout craft that escaped the annihilation of the Red Planet and its denizens, and we didn't know about that till about 69, around the time that we invented a way to do long-distance shipping from from the planet. I think the agency was called the National Aeronautic and Shipping Administration. They still need a little work
Yes.
getting their packages on time, but we
Yes.
did rely on them for a little bit of a package from the surface in the '60s. Back when we were kicking, the shit in on the Red Menace. Fun fact: Soviets were on the moon first, thanks to a little Blisk assistance, but old Daddy Crypto sorted it out.
I'm not sure your history is accurate, but who am I to?
Your history is what we tell you it is. I'm just being a little free with the truth before I fry your brain later.
No, that's nice. That is that's well congenial, if nothing else. Yeah, there you go. North Melbourne, and I like North Melbourne. We got some four-wheelers ripping by.
Hot diggity damn, get in that mud, motherfucker!
Nice. That's the local teenagers ripping by on their quads. It's our
Well, it
version of
could be worse. It could be hockey teenagers wearing muscle shirts, waiting for their muscles to come in.
That's true.
That's a Letterkenny reference, if you didn't catch it.
Love Letterkenny.
Letterkenny is the best Canadian comedy show out there on the market. Everybody's like, trailer park this, trailer park that. Come on now.
No, Letterkenny is more intelligent, I think, for sure.
Love the alphabet bits that they occasionally do, where they'll go through the alphabet like with a word from A to Z. That shit's pretty funny.
Ooh. Clowns are funny.
Neuralizers? Give them here. Give me all that neuralizer action.
No.
Daddy's been jonesing and Agent K's out of his usual supply.
Ooh. Tiffany. I think I'm a clone now.
Weird Al making fun of Tiffany. I think I'm a clone now.
Right. Yeah, indeed. That is awesome. Penguins do both from the same hole. That's probably worse than us. I did not need to know that, William Shakespeare, and I'm going to try and forget
there's
that.
Another planet that has a native creature on it called a skag. It does the same thing, eats shit, then throws it up.
Wow. I need a drink. Yeah, so do I after learning that, Kronos. No kidding. Ooh, let's do the time loop again. We just did.
That's not to say we did.
Ooh, how would you like to be in a 2-second time loop?
Depends, seeing as I could slow time down to make those 2 seconds really matter.
Yeah, all right. Yes, that's right. Well, the fire's going. It needs to be more smoky, though, to keep away the bugs. The fire shall rise. I don't know the theory of Mobius. Don't know that one, William Shakespeare.
Well, there is this guy, played by Lawrence Fishburne, who swears you guys are in a simulation. I think he goes by that call sign Mobius.
That's Morbius, I believe.
You sure about that?
No, I'm not sure.
Maybe it's Morpheus or Moloch or I don't know, Mjolnir, maybe. Yeah, Mjolnir.
It might be Mjolnir. Morphin Power Rangers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Ooh, that comment tells me you've met Ricky and Julian. I've never met Ricky and Julian, but I grew up about 5 hours from where Trailer Park Boys was filmed.
He grew up next to Sunnyvale.
Yeah, not far.
Well, the guy whose hand is proverbially up my ass met the Randy fella. Went up there on stage, half-cocked drunk during a cheeseburger picnic.
Yep.
The best damn Bubbles impersonation he'd heard in a while. Yep. Whispered in his ear, "Stop upstaging me." Gave him a signed spatula and sent his merry ass back to the drunk tank.
Never been in the drunk tank, I don't think. Okay, good night, PS2 Chipper. Thanks for being here. Morpheus. Yes. Oh, okay. William Shakespeare says, my comment was from Star Trek The Next Generation. Here, a Mobius was a hypothetical twist in the fabric of space wherein time becomes a temporal causality loop from which there was no escape.
You know, for a
Wow.
14th century
Wow.
computer, you use a lot of fancy words. You and Poxy would get along. My God, a bunch of nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Nerds!
Lieutenant Worf was the person who brought it to the attention. I did not know that. And 5 hours is pretty much the next town over. Yeah, Halifax. That was filmed just outside of Halifax, and I grew up in Fredericton, so less than 5 hours, actually. And we are nerds. You know what? I'm going to go. I might have to run and get some wood. Throw on this fire. Crypto. What
you want me to entertain the masses?
Well,
I can thin them out for you.
Just for about, if you can hold them off for literally 10 seconds. 10 seconds. It won't take me longer than that. I'll be right back.
All right, monkeys, we're going to play a little game called Keep Your Eye on the Birdie. So here we go. I want you to look right into the flash for this one. There we go. Hey, yeah, now ain't that just a kick in the head? He said 10 seconds. I figured he's, more of a 80 second kind of feller. Give it a... Chainsaws are not evil. Chainsaws are one of your most divine creations over there. You understand the divinity of the chainsaw might be a bit lost on some of you. So he's happily setting himself up what they like to call a campfire. Your world's first invention. Whenever somebody picked up a rock and decided it was good to knock out the other guy and take his bitch, you could say that the act of innovation begun for you, you damn dirty apes. Oh, I gotta be polite now. He's back. Holy shit.
There we go. Thank you. I just had to grab some more wood.
My fire's a lot bigger.
Well, yours is nuclear, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely not. Unregulated atomic weapons was one of the reasons why we're here in the first place. Crypto 136 got shot down during a nuclear test. His saucer went over this little podunk little shit town. I think it was called Rockwell, Rosewell, something like that.
Rosewood. Yeah.
Rosewood. Stranger Things or something other. And that happened in 54 or whatever. And so they hacked his body up with what they claimed to be science. They dragged his ship over there to area 69, 42, 58. One of those areas out in Nevada. And
Yeah. Area it's not 69.
It's definitely 69. Oh, it's always 69,
Roseweed.
baby.
Roseweed.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Roseweed. There you go.
And we did say wood. Wood. Wood's going pretty good now. This wood is nice and dry. Yeah, we just like saying 69, Suzanne. We
69, 420, 1337 in that order.
Yeah, that's 420. That's also a good number, speaking of.
Oh, yeah, 420 blades. And you got those neuralizers yet? Oh, old Daddy Jonas and...
I would love some space weed. I bet you, out of all the characters, Geordie LaForge. My bet is Geordie had some good space weed. That's my
Well, the
guess.
motherfucker was blind.
That and Garrick, and Cork. You know Cork was selling weed behind the bar.
Quark
You
wasn't
friggin'
doing
know
weed.
he was.
Quark was coked out from one of his big fucking ears to the other.
That's that's possibly true.
Uh,
Allegedly, we don't want Armin Shimmerman to be suing us now.
no, Armin Shimmerman, what are you gonna do? Use those radar dishes to find out our exact location?
Exactly. Yes. Rosemont and Sergeant Tiger. Rosewood. Rosewood is my favorite, man. Billy Rosewood. There we go. Ooh, hello to Stark of Iron in the chat. Thank you.
Oh, I knew he'd eventually show up. That they trying to get over 1,600 subs, and YouTube's back pocketing a
Nice.
fuck ton, and so he's back down to $15.99. Mopey Stopey. Oh, woe is me. I'm not at 1,600 anymore. Get over it, you big baby.
Ooh, I like Men in Black 1 and 2. I would agree, or 1 and 3. I would agree. The second one wasn't as good, although I did hear, I think it was Rancor Steve was discussing it earlier today with the Comic Relief Crusader, that they felt that Maverick Top Gun was better than the original, which is, you could argue that case. You might be able to make that case. That's interesting. Interesting. Because sequels aren't as good usually. Oh, here come the
sequels that I know of. That hit that fucking mud, monkey boy. Go mud, yeehaw.
Allegedly, Suzette. Allegedly. Garrick did rock. I think he was my favorite character. Where the kids are going by on the dirt bikes again. It's the local teenagers just ripping up the place. Sorry about that, chat.
I believe that.
You have lumber. Nice, Jason. Excellent. I'm not going to read that. 420 indeed. Those look like ramen noodles. Ramen noodles are excellent when you're stoned. I agree. Not the instant noodles. No, the good, not the Ichiban crap. Real, authentic ramen. Do they have real, authentic ramen on your world, Crypto?
We don't eat with our mouths.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's quite fortunate and much more sanitary.
Yeah, but you don't get to slurp your noodles. How do you slurp noodles?
Well, I mean, on Thursday, we'll have hopefully some people wanting to get their noodles slurped. Ain't that right, Ginger? That's called a promo, Stark. Get with the program. Geordie LaForge probably had medical grade 420 for his cataract.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yes. Yes. That's that Ginger character. Man, she's a hot take on a few things there, eh? Tony,
oh, yeah.
I don't know where.
Real good hustler, let me tell you.
I don't know where Tony crossed paths.
We're doing it a week early. Whenever I'm running the channel, see that dip ass in the chat down there. Let's just say he's taking the week off. It's yours truly. So that means I get to have my way with let's just say some of his associates. And believe you me, I'm bringing the jumbo probe.
Well, all right. That sounds like a fun time all around.
That'll be happening this Thursday on YouTube and Rumble. Be there and bring your goonin' material and your wallets, as we are going to have a lot of spicy stuff to unlock for you monkeys. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Well, one of the best DS9 series was The Wire. I don't know if I know that one. I'm not good at remembering the titles of each of the shows. Sorry. Slurp my noodles, yes, Kronos. In fact, in
Oh,
Japan,
actually, little cryptos first, if you don't
uh,
mind sloppy seconds.
it's a sign of masculinity and manhood. If you don't slurp your noodles, you're not a man, apparently. Ooh, look like clouds. No, it looked like ramen. What? Isn't that ramen, Jason? Oh, maybe they're
Oh,
clouds.
those
I
are
don't know.
puffs of smoke.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, my eyes are a little bit bigger than yours. I can make
That's
out the
true.
difference.
That's true. And I just like ramen, so I see ramen everywhere in here. Awesome. Ooh, well, yeah. No, you gotta have real ramen. Garrick was high. I believe he was most of the time. Probably. Probably correct. Smart guy, though. So,
Probably not worth his salt with his brainstem, though.
I would like to. I would have liked to have seen him, more of him. I did like the character Garrick. That was fantastic. You know what, DS9, I do compliment Deep Space Nine. They had a lot of alien species. That was nice to see. I'm a big fan of aliens in general, as long as they don't have neuralizers.
Well, the neuralizers are for me. See, your majestic agents use neuralizers to keep your eggs scrambled, but your brains are not wired like our brains are. See, so when we get the old flash in the cerebellum, it's kind of like a temporary moment of bliss as our brains rewire themselves. We don't forget shit when we get flashed. We get high
Ah,
and we stay high for about 30 seconds a pop. It's a big trip, dig it? I could go back and listen to the Who and all that psychedelic stuff like Cream and just like
nice.
pop a flash every once in a while and oh, I
Good
need
night,
my
Suzanne.
neuralizers. Have a good night, Suzanne.
And hello and welcome, anti-derivative Jill. Hi.
Ah, the Starfleet communications officer. Your ships seem so flashy when they're not made out of Christmas tree lights.
Yes, I do love my starship. The only time Christmas lights were involved was in the episode of season 3, The Lights of Zatar. And there was an
Ooh,
alien. It was basically made out of Christmas lights. Hello to AJ Starhiker.
ooh.
He says, hey,
Yes, he says hello.
hey.
Well,
And hello
welcome and
to
thanks.
Tony.
Thanks for coming, Jill. And yes, Kronos, it absolutely is Jill. And we will not be deporting Jill tonight. I think I just heard
What?
thunder.
The only way
I can't
humans
be
are going to get
deported.
deported around here is from the surface of the planet.
I was born and raised in Texas.
I think they would get deported, if they don't have the proper documentation. Absolutely. Uh, ooh. So we were discussing, Jill, and this is just a sort of a funny little thing, but and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But we were thinking, out of all the Star Trek characters, the two most likely characters that probably smoked weed would be Lieutenant Geordie LaForge and Garrick, and we're pretty sure Quark would sell the weed behind the bar of DS9.
Quark is coked out. We established that much.
Well, perhaps. I don't know.
It's Knob that would be,
I don't know. I feel like it's more like Speed.
Perhaps. And Jason,
McCoy, he'd say, I only use it for medicinal purposes.
correct. And William Shakespeare is saying hello and raising a glass to anti-derivative Jill. And Jason Love is saying, crypto, I don't have the release for those 1,000 neuralizers. You'll have to do that. No MIB sound effects.
And also, one of my favorite characters is
Scotty.
Reginald Barkley. Yeah, hello, Scotty R37. I love Barkley, and he's such a nerd. He works so hard. He likes to unwind in the holodeck if he likes to escape via holodeck. maybe when he goes back to his room in his quarters, he likes to escape in other ways.
Now, I knew
All right,
Lieutenant.
so I'm gonna have to go pick up these neuralizers. I'll be back in a few, I suppose.
Lasers.
Well, don't overpay for them. That is awesome. That looks like the outside of a spaceship. That is cool.
Yeah, like a classic UFO. I gotta catch myself. We're in America. We can say UFO. I only say
So,
UFO when we're talking about the TV show.
right, well, do you know what Scotty R37 is referring to? Howling Mad Murdoch. It's in relation to Lieutenant Barclay.
Well, so not Lieutenant
Bingo.
Barkley, but Dwight Schultz. Oh, Chronosaur gave me the answer.
Yep.
It's from the
That's it.
A-Team, and I totally knew that without any help.
That is correct. As known as H.M. Murdoch, and that was a fun character.
Guess who's got himself a big old box of the good stuff? Oh, damn, baby, that. Oh, yeah.
Box like boxed wine?
Oh, it's about to get a little bit more lucid in here.
So we were talking about actually kangaroos earlier, Jill, and I don't know if you're familiar, but a nice burgundy sauce for kangaroo meat, it's a darker red meat, is made with red wine and Vegemite. It's a nice kind of barbecue sauce for kangaroo. Have you ever had kangaroo, Jill?
I've not had I have not had kangaroo. Part of me says kangaroos are so cute. Why would you ever eat them? But as an American, I do understand why Australians eat kangaroos, because it is the same reason we eat deer. There's too many of them.
Yep. Pretty much. And yeah, I would argue that deer are just as cute and tasty as deer.
Yes, it's true.
As kangaroos, I would say.
But I think nothing of it because we do it. So I have to remind myself of that geological construct.
Hello,
Hello.
DJ Odyssey. Hi, and welcome.
DJ Odyssey.
Oh, I know. Great to see you, buddy.
Oh. Hope you're doing good.
Greatest American hero right there.
Yep, that's. I love his. I love his greatest American hero costume outfit, William Katz. And you're right. It is very good for your heart. Kangaroo meat, very healthy for you. Delicious.
I'll try it sometime when I'm in Australia. But I've never had Vegemite in my life. That's something I could.
Even if I could digest things like you can, I need a palate cleanser. Yeah, baby, right there, right in the cerebellum.
What are you consuming currently? I don't understand.
I'm Cryptosporidium 142 of the Furon Empire. We don't have digestive juices like you apes do.
Oh dear.
It seems like you are injecting something discernible to a.
I'm injecting direct neuralizing light into my frontal lobes, because the Men in Black has these things laying around like Tic Tacs. I look into the light, I get a little high, and I relax.
Wait, does it make you forget stuff?
Again, our brains are much more wired than yours is. We forget for maybe 10 seconds, and then as our brains are rewiring, it's just all pretty colors.
Nice.
That's how we get high. I didn't even know we could get high until that guy, Sean Carter, dosed me up with one of them. Oh, my God.
Well, how generous was he? Hello to Scotty R37.
Hello and welcome. Hi, Scotty.
Yay.
Are we doing cameras? Is today a camera day?
It can be. It's what.
Why not?
Absolutely.
I have nothing to hide. I'm wearing a shirt.
I have everything to hide. I'm going away now.
I'm
Your
so glad I'm
pants.
the most attractive one of the group.
Well, you know what? No,
Rude.
that's always going to be Spidey. Spidey is way more handsome than I am, and I've been saying it for years.
Potato.
I've been getting a lot of flack for my hair today, Scotty. I think it's time to maybe get her shaved off, get it cut up. Like you must get a haircut every week. You look always so trim and.
You know what? It's a. Do you want to talk about man hair?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm gonna need a lot more neuralizers.
Yes. Yeah. You should forget this. I don't know if you have man hair. I have never seen your head.
Crypto doesn't have any hair, so well. And
Yeah.
Tony,
Look
I don't
like.
know
So,
about
but
Tony.
what I'm saying is the reason I bring it up is I learned a thing because I am first things first. Hair heroes. William Shatner from Star Trek, the original series, is a hair hero, which is funny considering he wore a toupee. Conan O'Brien,
But it
hair
looks good.
hero. So, and then when I found the television show Mad Men, I was like, everybody on this show has my favorite haircut. And so then I started looking into how do I get a Mad Men haircut? And they were like, well, in the 1960s, it wasn't about the haircut. It was much more about the combing and the product. And I was like, all right, I can deal with this. Although, and so you get to train your hair. It's fine. Like today, I was wearing a shirt, a linen shirt that I had purchased in Hanoi back when I was in Nam. You know what you can't do when you're wearing that shirt? Gel your hair. You look like such a douchebag wearing a Vietnam shirt and gelled hair. Why don't I get my mousse? What am I doing? Starring in a music video? Anyway. Anyway,
I didn't bring the laugh track, Scotty. You're gonna have to keep this organic.
Well, thanks, man. But long story short, I think your hair looks great. I think you should style it appropriately when you feel it is needed to be styled. If you think that you can't pull that into a wedding or funeral situation,
Right.
Maybe get a trim. But you don't have to shave it all off.
I don't go to weddings or funerals, fortunately.
You don't know anybody in love or anyone who's dying. All right.
No, I went
to drink. Cheers.
Hey,
yeah.
Cheers. Fucking A, man. Arrgh.
You know what? Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Chew your
right in the cerebellum. Oh.
Now Hanoi. Now was that shirt one that they measured you for, and it was handmade out of Vietnamese silk?
No, I pulled it off the rack, and I was the perfect size.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, it all worked out. No, it's great.
Right.
I should actually get it professionally cleaned and pressed.
William Spielberg says Scotty's going to be sporting a B-52 with that gel.
Is that a shot? Is that a booze joke, or is that?
I don't know what that
an airplane joke.
I don't know.
I assume, based on context, I assume it's his hairstyle.
Is it? Oh, am I going to get a rock lobster?
When I look it up, it looks like a beehive.
No, it's fine. But again, Conan O'Brien, Jack Lord, William Shatner,
there you go.
Hair heroes.
Yep, Jack Lord.
Right, Teej. The Love Shack is a little place where we can copulate.
No, that's not. No.
And I would say
not
Charlton
from around here.
You get together.
I don't know your Earth songs, and I don't want to learn them.
Oh, I don't know which of your personalities is talking currently. So,
right now he is an alien. Just assume that he's an alien who's kind of like from another world, and he's come here on
it's
a
not
spaceship.
Melmac. He's usually a Melmac.
It's a spaceship that looks like the classic UFO saucer.
Anyway, this is so fun to hang out. Where is the next anticipation of adventure, Steve, right?
Well, yeah, Steve, absolutely. I'd like to do this travel show coming up on this next Thursday. I'm going to do a little show. I think we're going to go to Paris. We haven't been to Paris yet, so I think we'll go to Paris on Thursday. But as far as real life travel, I'm really hoping to go this year to Greece, and yeah, I'd like to go to Greece. But I also want to go check out Texas. As a matter of fact, just in case I have to flee the country, I want to check out a nice place like Texas. I think with barbecue. But Greece, I know they're not really close to each other.
Texas for barbecue, but also if you get into South Texas, you can also check out Mexican food in terms of Tex-Mex. It's good stuff too.
Wonderful. Yes, absolutely. I'd like to do that. But yeah, Greece. I'd like to go to Greece, Scotty. Have you any interest in going to the Mediterranean?
Have you ever been to Spain?
Love Spain.
Yeah, I want to go to Spain.
I would love to go to see.
Awesome.
I would do a hop over from North America, drop off in London for like a layover, but with a hotel room, and then go from London to Spain. I think that would be my perfect introductory, if I were to make a brief checklist. Greece doesn't so much appeal to me, especially not the first time I'm going over there. I would be intimidated by Greece.
Well, because of the language, or
I just think that it would be like a tourist hotspot, and when I'm so obviously a tourist, I don't want to do that. Like, I would never go to Europe, like to Amsterdam for the first time.
yes,
Like, I am going to get mugged and robbed. Like, I am not prepared for Amsterdam or
Why do
Germany.
you say that?
Like, I could go to Norway. I have friends in Norway.
Loved
It's important
Amsterdam.
to be careful, but you're probably not going to get mugged unless you're all by yourself.
Well, I don't have a sidekick. Sorry.
Yeah, you need some. Yeah, you probably need a couple of friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to be my sidekick on my global adventure, please apply to www.scottsLonely.
Man, I love Amsterdam. It's a real fun place. Absolutely. The museums there, the Van Gogh Museum to begin with, is just incredible. But it is dangerous, Scotty, but not for getting robbed or anything. It's if you step as a pedestrian into the bicycle lanes, the including senior citizens on bicycles will run you over with great delight. They seem to.
A general fact about humans is you all are a bunch of dicks, but cyclists are the worst.
Well, no,
that's the case in America too. It's not just all over the world. They think they can just
the beautiful
ride their
thing
little
about
bike wherever they want, and they know we don't want to run them over.
That
Crypto froze Scotty. Cool.
That wasn't my freeze, Ray. Let's double check your feed here, Slick.
No, it was my fault.
There
It was my fault.
It's Scotty's AM radio connection.
No, totally. I don't even know what Ethernet is.
Crypto, do you mind reading this from our friend Sashi?
If you're planning on getting mugged, do it in Southeast Asia. It's much cheaper than Europe. Yeah, they'll just take your shoes, maybe. I don't know. Where are you going with that?
That's
this advice by William Shakespeare.
Can you read it?
Scotty, you're quite safe in Amsterdam. Now, Rome, I hear, is quite different. Always wear 3 wallets, all of them fake. Keep your money in your underwear. So I guess maybe fill the pretend wallets with Monopoly money.
I have a cash
when in Rome, do as the Romans don't.
Jason Love, the Van Gogh Museum is fantastic. Actually, my sister just came back from Rome with her husband. The two of them went there, and they travel a little bit here and there, but they're not certainly seasoned world travelers, and uh, they uh, they went to Rome for 10 days and had a blast. And as far as I know, they didn't get robbed once. They had a great time. So I hope I can convince her to come on my travel show on Thursday and maybe show off a few pictures from Rome. We'll see.
But I
Good to
did
know.
before.
I went to New York in the '90s, and I was told to keep my hands in my pocket in case I got pickpocketed. But I was so
Hmm.
short, nobody could find my pockets. What happened was I got ran over by somebody trying to get to work on time, I think.
Oh,
And Scotty wants to talk next, but first I want to say DJ Odyssey says Scotty is pretending to be Max Headroom.
I'm not pretending. No, but I just wanted to say back when I was in Nam, when I was crossing the street, you guys were talking about bicycles, but there were like mopeds going like in every direction.
hmm,
And one of the most incredible things about being in Saigon is, or sorry, Ho Chi Minh City, is when you cross the street, it's like they're like, oh no, this idiot, but everyone knows to avoid you. They never
yes.
they never hit you. The only time that anyone in Vietnam will hit you on their moped or car is if you're in the wrong. In fact, there are policemen on every corner, and if you're not wearing a helmet, they have clubs, and they will punish you for not wearing a helmet by hitting you in the head with the club. Because if you were wearing a helmet, it wouldn't hurt.
That's true. That's a good.
So
See, that's a good lesson.
yeah. So you better wear a helmet next time, pal. It's not
That's
a
right.
it's not a fine, it's corporal punishment.
I like it. I'm a big fan of that. Bring back the belt. Hashtag bring
Also,
back Dad's belt.
but also what I'm saying is that an idiot in a Spider-Man shirt, and I was wearing a Spider-Man shirt, walked across a busy street and everyone was like, "No." And I was like, "No one will hit me. I am with the force and the force is with me." And I just walked through it. It was amazing. And every time I ever watched anyone else just dare to walk through a moped salmon run, it was like, no, no, the
Ooh,
mopeds, they don't want to hit anybody. They want to save their mopeds. It was great. It
that's
was
true.
so good. Anyway, I apologize. Thank you. I passed the conch.
Oh, okay. Well, how about this? Do you recognize this? I took this picture. That was 1991. So that's what the Roman Colosseum looked like in 1991. I don't imagine it's changed very much, but you never know.
Of all the
There you go.
structures
That's
that I
awesome. I
would
would
like
love to see that.
to
Yeah.
level with a superheated death ray, I think I'll leave the Colosseum alone.
Oh, wouldn't it
How
be
generous of
great?
you.
You know, and it's not anything that you would ever be able to do, but wouldn't it be awesome if you could just go into the middle of the Coliseum and then like plug in an amp if you can play an instrument and just like, I don't know, you're just play one riff before you get kicked out.
Right? That would be fun.
You'd piss off all the cats that live there.
That's,
I don't know how many cats live there.
so, Jill, do you know what we're looking at right now?
Matter. Yeah. I actually said that it was the Coliseum when it happened, but I was muted.
No, you sounded great. I heard you. I just riffed.
No, you didn't. Couldn't hear it. I was muted. It was impossible for you to hear it.
Oh well.
Yeah, the Roman Coliseum, of course, where
That
they had contests and
that
people would be
that
entertained.
That's right. And what we're looking at specifically right here, I'm looking across there's a bunch of tourists over on the other side of the Colosseum. That's where the floor would have been for the Colosseum. And we're looking at the underground catacombs and caves where all the people were, the combatants would be stored and the animals would be stored. And they were walking under the floor there. But yeah, it was a raised floor. And, it's nothing of the floor was left remains that I could see, but yeah, we're looking at the beneath the floor actually in this photo, which was impressive. They had incredible engineering way back when.
Yes, absolutely. And I could see how these kinds of structures underneath the floor would keep the floor up. Although I guess the floor itself was not quite as long lasting as the rest of the Colosseum itself.
I would
That's-
Or what
rather
it was made
I
out
would
of.
rather go to Greece than go to Rome.
Maybe the Acropolis. I've never seen it. I'd like to. Definitely. Yeah.
Hey,
Are you not entertained? That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. I just thought there's a little sneak preview of Thursday of going to Rome. But I'd like to go to Greece before Europe goes to hell in a handbasket. Frankly, get all your Europe trips in shortly, folks, because I don't know how much longer Greece is gonna. Well, Europe in general is gonna be Europe. You know, lots of
Well,
things.
how do you mean? How do you mean?
Are we taking another dose of inebriants?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Indeed.
baby.
I
Well,
love the campfire. I love the campfire.
It's going pretty good. I've got some
You
more
should
wood to
see
throw
the
on.
campfire I got planned later. You guys call it the Burj Khalifa or something. Gonna cause quite the stir.
Nice.
Is that like a Mission Impossible movie?
No, it's your species' tallest structure.
Oh right,
Imagine
yeah,
what
no,
I
but it
can
was in a
do
Mission
to-
Impossible movie. Why?
As
Why
I
is the
feel
bird?
like
But
Why
you
is
mean
the
it's
Burj
not the Empire
Khalifa?
State Building? I'm kidding.
the Empire State Building hasn't been the tallest structure since that damn dirty ape climbed it. All right.
I was kidding, of course.
We will straighten the leaning tower of Pisa.
I've got that too, actually. I somewhere there. Sashi in the chat says, in Malaysia, you need to learn to use the power of the hand.
Mhm.
Just put up your palm in the direction of traffic, and traffic will go around you. I don't want to try that.
Well, no, but okay, Sashi. Steve. So there was this lady on a moped, and she
Okay.
cut off a bus, and the bus hit her, and
Oh.
she fell off the moped and everything. The bus honked its horn. The lady picked up her moped, and traffic continued.
Of course it did.
It was just like, this isn't even worth anything. Like, let's just keep it going.
Wow. That's kind of funny. Well, I mean, maybe it's...
Sad.
Well, I don't know. Like, the thing is that everything went according to plan. Someone fucked up. Someone hit something. Both machines were still in function. No one had any lasting injury. And they just got up and said, yeah? And they were like, yeah. And they were on their way. It was a phenomenal thing to see. Like, just to be like, that bus hit a lady and she was fine. She was just like, it happens.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she was fine, but internal injuries are a thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I
also went to the Coochie tunnels, so the Vietnamese know a lot about inducing internal injuries. Yeah.
The Coochie tunnels. Yes, you could go there in 2005 and pay $50 American and use a bazooka to blow up a cow.
True story.
I did not do this.
Nor did I. In fact, when I was
Why
at
would you do that?
Well, have
I
you
did
ever
it.
used
That's
Jill?
a waste
Wait,
of cheeseburger.
Jill.
True.
Hang on a second, and I want to appeal to your most base. You're playing Doom or Grand Theft Auto or something, and it's just like, oh, can I do this? So what I'm asking you is, if you had a bazooka and there was a cow,
If I'm playing a video game, of course I would. But
No, I
in
know,
real
but
life,
would you do it in real life?
if the cow's already dead, maybe.
Yeah.
No. It's got to be a live cow. What's the
Yeah,
point?
that was. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't participate. I didn't encourage it, but I heard it was a thing, and they were advertising in the hostel I was staying at. They were advertising that you could go and do that. This is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, by the way. That is the Leaning Tower.
It's
real one.
amazing. It's
Oh,
amazing
nice.
that they have flyers that are like, "You want to blow up a cow?"
They did on the bulletin board. It was right up there with the tours of going to Hoi An, where you can get a nice shirt made out of Vietnamese.
Oh yeah, no, that's some of the finest tailors in the world.
Tailor made. So yeah, this is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and you can see it is actually.
Like if I went to Jurassic Park, I would feed a cow to the T-Rex. Yeah. But I don't want to blow it up like just for nothing.
Well, see, I liked it better when Superman straightened it.
The tower, yeah. I remember that. Well, that was number 3, wasn't it?
He thought he was fixing it. He thought.
No, he was being a dick.
He was being a dick.
Oh. He's being a dick.
Yeah, Superman 3, he's a dick a lot.
Oh,
he could have
I
been
never
so
saw
much
Superman
worse.
3. I've only seen the first 2.
It has Richard Pryor in it, I believe.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And one of the finest running gags in Hollywood in terms of stealing pennies.
I don't know what that means.
Well, no, they do. Yeah, no, it's in Office Space, like the plot of the hacking of taking the fractions of cents from deposits in transactions amongst banks electronically. And you just instead of
but hackers took it from what movie?
Hackers?
Office Space.
No, but that's from Superman 3.
And Weekend at Bernie's.
They both took it from.
Well, no, but Office Space took it from Superman 3. Yeah. Hey, Weekend at Bernie's had it as well. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, no, Deej, you're absolutely correct.
And maybe when I saw that Leaning Tower Pisa, I thought of, but maybe I'll save it for Thursday if I come around. I thought of Galileo. I love the story of Galileo on the Leaning Tower Pisa and his scientific experiments of dropping stuff.
Ooh. That's yeah. Oh, yeah, well, there's a lot more worse that could be said of us, Crypto.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Primitive,
monkeys
morons.
is incorrect. Apes is correct. Monkeys
Bingo.
incorrect. Apes correct.
Well, to me, you're all the same. All right.
That's right. Drunk Superman even caused an oil spill. That is true. See, and he could have messed up the planet way worse if he wanted to. He was still withholding. That's funny. Great shower of the Tower of Pisa. Yeah. Now I heard that they had a fence around. So that was from 1991. That photo. I've heard that they've had one period were doing some work to try and save it, and they had a fence. They had it all fenced off, so you couldn't go up it or anything. But hopefully it's fixed now.
Is that?
I hope so.
I've never been there. Like, is it a thing where you can actually go up?
You used to be able to. I don't think you can go up it now for liability, but you can certainly walk up to it and go around it and touch it and everything like that.
Oh, okay, but you can't enter the structure.
Yeah, not since the early 90s. Yeah, no. But I'm surprised Vegas doesn't have a Leaning Tower of Pisa. Frankly, there's no Leaning Tower of Pisa anywhere in America, is there?
That makes sense. Now that you mention it, like
Right?
Only when I wake up in the morning.
You can do it. You can do a Leaning Tower of wherever you live.
Of Chicago.
Yeah, you can have a Leaning Tower of Chicago.
And have it of pizza. Yes, William Shakespeare Spielberg. That was coincidental, but a Leaning Tower of Pizza and have it in Chicago.
It's going to be a lot of sauce.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Indeed. But I don't know. I would like to very much go back to Italy. I haven't seen Tuscany or Genoa. I hear good things about their salami, and I'd like to go to the very south as well, down to Naples and that area. I haven't been there, so there's lots more. And Greece, yeah, Greece will be first though. I believe. Yeah, the islands. I want to see the Acropolis, the islands, of course. Why not? And the food. I love the food. The Greeks fry cheese in a pan. It's awesome. Spanakopita.
Pan, you can do it. You don't have to be Greek. You can just get a cookbook.
It's not the same when I do it. I
Oh,
tried.
you need a Greek. What? Oh, well, then fine. You go there and they'll.
It's like when you try to make your own Reese's peanut butter cup. It just doesn't.
Or if you try and make a chocolate frosty from Wendy's at home.
It doesn't. Yeah. Or you try and recreate the cereal milk at the bottom of the cereal after you're done eating. It just doesn't.
Yeah, I've done that
to-
before. Like,
Yeah.
this is the ultimate KFC recipe
Yeah.
for making fried chicken. And it's like, it was good, but it wasn't KFC.
It wasn't the actual thing, yeah.
No. It's like the Eddie Murphy line about the McDonald's. I don't want a house burger. I want a McDonald's burger. So a house burger is not the same.
That's because they put all kinds of addictive substances in it to get you guys jiving.
Well, yeah, food is a drug.
Idiot.
Oh, no,
I wouldn't know about that.
You
I
need
only
it
know
to
about
live.
this.
Bacon is the ultimate.
I hear.
Yes. Yes.
What's your opinions on Vulcans that like bacon, Jill?
Yes,
That's
you do.
not a Vulcan.
I think it is, according to those.
Vulcans are
dipshits.
vegetarians. No, but wasn't it the fact when he was eating the bacon, it was like he was human or something? I didn't watch the episode.
I didn't either,
But-
but I didn't know that you like
But you
talking
know what?
about the filth.
I'm going to switch from the filth. Tuvok, I believe, bought and ate meat burritos when he went back in time.
That
Or
is true.
when he went to, what is it, Future's End?
Yeah, it's the one with
And
Sarah
he-
Silverman.
He went to San Francisco with Sarah Silverman, and he
I'll
went
have
to
you
a
know,
burrito stand.
Teach, I'm
and he
not
bought
drinking.
burritos.
For one, I'm incapable of it, and for two, I don't want to start. So I get drunk this way, and only
She
this
was in
way.
the. Anyway.
I like it that way. You're doing great.
Oh yeah, baby.
And oh my, Jill, I have to. I want
Now
to
you're going off the
apologize.
bars.
Jill, on your channel with Scotty. I don't know what it is, Scotty, but you and I get together, and I didn't mean to telling the story about buying the cocaine from the boatman in Costa Rica. That was
No, it's fine. It was fun.
it's fine on this channel, not appropriate for Jill's games.
Oh no,
What
but I
day?
stopped
What
it
day
in
was it?
time. And you were saying you were doing it, and you were buying the things, and you were doing things.
No, I
And so
wasn't
you weren't
doing
saying
it.
that I had anything to do with it.
No,
So,
I think
so
it
I
went
kept
well.
it. I didn't cut it out.
Okay,
No, it does. You and Scotty together are magic, so don't worry about it.
awesome. No, just to be clear, for the record, I did not consume. I did purchase it, but it was not for me. It was for the groomsmen and the other party.
Well,
But
if
I
you have
haven't-
extra,
I
just
knew-
ship it over to this.
I knew the boatman. And anywhere you go, any country, whether it's Greece or whether it's Costa
Oh.
Rica, make friends with the boatman, but don't pay him until you're on the other side.
Sure. This is
Right?
where your code words are getting me all freaked out, yo.
Right? Don't pay him till you get to the other side.
Oh, stop it. You're freaking me out.
It's like the
I would be scared to do anything like that.
It's
I know,
like
right?
the
I
boatman
don't
is your
trust
friend.
anyone who can provide me with the cocaine.
No. Well, it was a small river. Now, when
What a
you
wonderful conversation talking about coke trafficking. It's
Well, shut up and be an adult.
It
You
wasn't
listen here, I do what I want.
It wasn't across international lines.
I'll have you know
No,
that
exactly.
cocaine
It's a
is a hell of a
recreational
drug.
situation. Heavens, I'm sorry. We're Canadian over here. I know you got a war on drugs and things.
Now,
I
there's
got a war
Nixon.
on humans, not drugs. Get it right.
I don't know. Oh my god!
Is there a
You know
fairy in?
Cryptoportium, 142.
Just call me Crypto.
Okay, Cryptoportium 142. I was wondering, have you ever played the video game XCOM?
That's awesome.
That's a fun turn-based thing. It totally misrepresents what we are, but
No, fair enough. Well, I think they represent you as being like really good strategic soldiers. It is a strategic role-playing game, turn-based, as you said, but it's amazing.
I only liked it after I was able to increase the character limit.
Okay. But didn't you like naming the characters and arming them and then putting them against the aliens?
The good guys? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait, is this actually a game? What are you talking about?
No, it's totally a game. It's called XCOM, and that's the reason I bring it up, is that I don't understand when they changed Twitter to X.com, why did not everyone start calling it XCOM?
Huh.
Gee, I don't know.
Better than X, you're right.
Oh, it is a game. Okay.
Yes.
Jill's never played it. There's your Calto target.
Hey,
Yeah, we gotta get through
I'm not
Fallout
as
first.
much of a strategic. The only strategic game I've really played is what is it called? I even forget what it's freaking called. It's got a big. It's kind of like Starship Troopers. It's got big alien bug-like monsters.
Doom?
No, it's not Doom.
Halo?
You know, I saw Mary Stone.
I'm gonna find it. I'll find it and I'll come back to you later.
Gaming live stream today. Mary Stone was doing a gaming live stream today. Actually, I was surprised to see her.
What game?
I'm not a gamer. I don't know.
That was Elden Ring.
Yes, it was. There you go.
Nice. I enjoy
I didn't get
watching...
any notification that she was streaming. I'm subscribed, but I guess I didn't click the bell.
Her channel hasn't went through the silent growth phase of notifications just yet, but well, I think that one
Do you
idiot.
have knowledge from Haley's Comet, there, Cryptos?
I have knowledge from
StarCraft.
from Arkboodle, the Lord of the Sacred Crotch. What do you know about Arkboodle?
I don't know.
Well, I'm here to tell you, Sonny, it's time for you to get yourselves out a pamphlet because it's conversion time.
Do you have trees where you live?
Do we need
Sashi.
trees where I live?
Yes, Sashi, it's StarCraft. StarCraft was the game I was thinking. DJ Odyssey says, okay, have a good one. Back to bed for me. Good night, DJ.
All right.
Good night, DJ.
Thank you.
Good to have you
Good
here.
to see you, DJ.
Yeah,
Definitely.
next time I see you streaming, if I'm around, I'm going to invade your stream.
Absolutely.
Well, that sounds aggressive.
I am aggressive.
I
get pissed off. I see him stream, and then I wasn't there because I don't see that it actually went live. I don't like doing something else. He seems to always stream when I'm busy.
Ooh. Breaking your fast at 20 hours, you can have a beer with us and some food. I recommend bacon, William Shakespeare Spielberg, and that turkey cheese bacon thing that was discussed in the chat earlier sounded very good.
How long is the fast?
He said 20 hours.
Here is my recommendation.
Crazy.
After 20 hours, I would say a sesame seed bagel, toasted, light cream cheese, smoked salmon.
Ooh.
and I think that it should probably be cut in half, just because
Ooh.
you haven't eaten in a while, and you're just going to eat this all up. But I think
Ooh.
that'll get you on your toes.
His record is 48.5
Sounds really
hours.
delicious.
That's
Look at
crazy.
now.
I cannot.
20 hours?
No, I don't think.
48 hours, not a chance.
I'm trying to think about the last time that
I should do
What
a
was
fast.
the
I want to do a
longest?
fast to get get down another few weight, because I got down 5 pounds, but it's difficult for women to do this shit. Weight
Mhm.
just seems to plateau for us. So I think maybe a fast is in order for me too. I'll try.
Also, I would
I'll
like
try
to
20 hours
define
too.
fast.
Not eating food or except for water.
Oh no, like I've survived on beer for like 4 days.
And
Yes.
but
Rusty Shackelford, ladies and gentlemen.
you can also have vitamins and electrolytes.
Well,
during
that's
the
in
fast.
beer. Vitamins and electrolytes are in beer.
So sorry, Crypto. What was that?
Oh, I'm just maintaining my high while you all talk about not eating.
Oh, yeah, it's
What, you want a
fantastic.
pizza?
That's his everyday, so not eating for him means nothing to him, even though he does eat because he's actually Tony Stark.
Ooh, yes,
What?
cream cheese on the bagel.
Oh, that
Definitely.
dipshit's in the chat. I don't know who you're
Oh my
talking
God.
about.
I had an Eddie Munster for a second there.
Ooh, now that sounds
Oh
good.
no, I like Eddie Munster.
What's Rusty Shackelford? I don't know what Rusty Shackelford
That
is.
is an alias
that's
of
from
the great Dale Gribble.
Yeah, that's from King of the Hill. Yeah, Dale Gribble would have conspiracy theories involving Rusty.
Okay, oh dear. William Shakespeare Spielberg says it's easier than we think. Second time ever, I hit 28 hours. Third time went 34 hours. Didn't feel any harder. Wow. See, I just love eating food too much is the problem.
That's my problem too. But you know what? I need to have your problem, which is, chopping wood or something exercise wise that I need.
That helps. That helps. Well, if I don't chop wood, I freeze. So it's pretty good motivation. Chopping wood, the wood warms you twice, as they say, right? Once with the exercise. No, I need food. I get cranky. Even if I'm hungry, like working, I get to be an angry, grouchy little bastard.
It gets
if
to
I'm
be
hungry.
what they call ornery.
Oh yeah, hangry is a thing. Absolutely.
Mom always said alligators is ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Oh. That's awesome. What a good movie. Love it. Well, yeah. So that's the plan. Is we'll do a little bit of Paris this Thursday, and if I can get over to Greece this year, then yeah, I'll hopefully take lots of videos, and we'll compare and contrast Greece with Rome.
You know where I want to go, and it's almost an immediacy. I want to go to Iceland.
Ooh, Iceland, yes.
And it's cheap as chips from Canada. I don't even know if we need a passport.
Get one anyway to be safe.
Americans might not need one for Greenland before too long. That'd be fun.
Yeah, but there's nothing in Greenland. They don't even have a casino.
Yeah, they're the ones that actually have the ice.
Yeah, Iceland is the North Atlantic's greatest club.
I think so. It sounds fun.
Yeah. You know what? And because of the community, it's like, okay, so imagine Prince Edward Island. All right. So all of these hot Icelandic girls are living with their cousins and they all want to get fucked. But they can't fuck anybody because they're all their own cousins.
Related.
So you show up in Iceland and they look at you and they're just like, "Oh my
Rocks.
god!"
That's true.
You
That's
could
true.
you could visit some volcanoes. And
No,
some-
I
Yes.
could marry a volcano.
Hot springs as well.
Oh,
Definitely.
I
Into
would
hot springs.
absolutely be cheeks deep into hot
Oh, yeah.
spring.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. And on that note, the fire's
Yes, sir.
dying down. We're just about on 2 hours. I think that's enough for the. I probably should get some studying on the accounting done tonight.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, you
Seems
gotta
good.
study.
Seems good.
Yeah, but a 2 hour stream is pretty darn good, and the fire is right at the right point. I don't want to add too much more to it. But Jill and Scotty, it's great to have you on, and Crypto, you didn't neuralize me, so I appreciate that.
They're not for you. If I neuralized you, you wouldn't even know where you're at.
That's awesome. All right, well, thanks to the chat. AJ Star Hiker, I know you're still around, and
Get
Kronos
your
is
own
still
drugs, monkey boy.
here. Thanks for being here, chat. William Shakespeare Spielberg, I appreciate it. And Jason Love with the Rusty. I'm not familiar with Rusty Shackelford. I'm going to have to revisit that.
Well,
Dale
so yeah.
Gribble.
No, a rusty Shackelford is when. Okay, so you're gonna need a fulcrum.
Okay.
Yeah, and two people are gonna need to really love each other. You're both naked. Well,
Oh.
the lady wears the top. I'm just saying, a rusty Shackleton is a moment of the Kama Sutra.
He's totally making all of that up.
Yes.
This is just Del Gribble's imagination.
Natter and natty.
It's part of
All
his
right.
paranoia.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, everyone. We're gonna end it before anything else, and I think we're gonna even play an outro. Yes, we're gonna play an outro. Fantastic. This is an Amazon River tapir in Ecuador, in the Amazon. So
Bye,
thanks, everybody.
Later,
Thanks for being here.
taters.